2 and number 4 problems off the help sheet again. So this gives you two long division problems. The first one is number 2. It's right here on the board. We're going to start with the 8x. We're going to take the 8x from here out of the 8x cubed. I have an 8, an 8x cubed. I have an 8. Right, 8 goes into 8 one time. I have an x out here on the left side, here, and I have 3 of them here. One of them from the 3 goes here. That leaves me 2. X squared. One of the x's comes out with the 8x, and out of the 3, leaving me 2 for the top. Now I multiply the 1x squared here times the 8x here. 1 times 8 is 8, and this x squared times this x is x cubed. Then I multiply the 1x squared times the 2. 2 times 1 is a positive 2, and I have 2 x's on top, none of them by the 2, for a total of x squared. When I get both numbers here, I draw a line underneath. I change the sign in front of the 8. I change the sign in front of the 2. 8x cubed minus 8x cubed cancels. Then I have a positive 42 here, and I subtract here the negative 2. 40 minus 2 is, 42 minus 2 is 40x squared. Write down the positive 26x and start over. Take the 8 in front, this one, and divide it into 40. 8 goes into 40, a positive 5 times. Then I'm going to take the x here with the 8, this one, and I'm going to take it out of the x squared here. That leaves me 1. I took 1 out. I had 2. That leaves me 1 more. That goes on top. And now again, I take the 5x from here and multiply it times 8x squared. 5x times 8x is 40x squared. I multiplied 5 times 8, so I have to add the exponents. 1 by the 8 and 1 by the 5 for a total of 2x, total of x squared. Then I take the 5x here times the 2. 5 times 2 is 10, positive 10x. I'm done with that multiplication. I draw my line. I change my signs. Negative, negative. 40x squared minus 40x squared cancels. 26x here minus 10x is a positive 16x. Bring down the 5 and start over. I'm going to take the 8 here and divide it into the 16. 8 in the 16 is a positive 2. And I have an x here. I take it out of the x. There's no x's left. It's just a positive 2. Now take the positive 2 times 8x plus 2. That gives you 16x. 2 times 8x. And then 2 times 2 is 4. Draw your line. Change your signs. 16x's cancel. And 5 minus 4 is 1. That's a positive 1. That's my remainder. I take the sign, the positive, this one, and put it up here after the 2. Put a fraction line. Whatever the actual number is down in the bottom, which is 1, that goes on top. And I go back to the 8x squared in the front, and that goes underneath. And we have our answer right here. That's long division. All right? Now, that's problem number 2. Now, we're going to do problem number 4. It's done exactly the same. I'm going to start with the 9m in the front. And I'm going to divide this 9 into 90. 9 goes into 90 10 times. Then I have 1m out here. Take it out of the m squared, the m cubed. I have m cubed. I take one of them out and put in front. I have 2 left to go on top. And now multiply. 10m squared on top times the 9m on the left side. 9 times 10 is 90, and the m times m squared is m to the third power. Then multiply the 10 times the 10. This 10 times the 10m squared. 10 times 10 is a positive 100. And I have m squared here, and no m with the 10, and so it's m squared. There's two of them. Draw my line, change my signs. The 90m cubed cancels. I have a positive 145 minus 100, that is 45. I subtracted, so I keep the m squared. Doesn't change. Bring down the positive 5m. Now you can start over. Take the 9m in front, put this 9 into 45. 9 goes into 45, a positive 5 times. I have an m here in front by the 9, and I have m squared down here. Take the m in front with the 9. Out of the m squared, it leaves you 1m. So it's 5m. 5m times the 9m gives me 45m squared. Then I take the 5m here times the 10. 5 times 10 is 50, and there's 1m, the one up on top. Draw my line, change my signs. The 45m squares cancel. And I have 5m minus 50m. Signs are different. Subtract the numbers. That gives me 45. Keep the sign of the bigger number. That's a negative. And I have to keep the m. And now I bring down the negative 58. And start over again. Take the 9 in front, this one, and divide it into the negative 45. 9 goes into a negative 45, a negative 5 times. Negative 5 times 9m is a negative 45m, and the 5, negative 5, times the 10 is a negative 50. Draw your line, change your signs, make it a positive 50. The 45m's cancel, and I have a negative 58 and a positive 50, which is a negative 8 for my remainder. Take the sign of the remainder, the negative in this case, put it after the 5, it's a negative. Draw your fraction line. Take the number of the remainder, 8, and put it on top. And on the bottom of the fraction, you put the number that you divided by, 9m plus 10. And that's your answer. There. And we're done with long division. There's 2 examples. If you have trouble and you need more help, go on YouTube, put in long division for algebra or algebra long division, and you should get some examples of this with several different people showing you how to do that. Go ahead and watch 1 or 2 of them, and then try to do the problem that's on the video. Watch them do the video, then copy the problem down at the start, turn the video off, look away from it, try to do the problem. Then turn the video back on and let them talk you through it again, and make sure you do every step right. If you did not, look at the step you got left that you had trouble with and see what they did, and then fix it and try to do the problem again. Learn to do a couple of them right, and then they'll start getting easier. YouTube will really help you if you want to learn how to do these problems. Good luck. See you Monday. Bye-bye.